Nobody wakes up and just becomes a high-valued woman.
She decides and she changes.
This video is to reevaluate the exact things we need to do this year to become the woman we keep saying we want to be. High-value women don't depend on their feelings. They set up systems and standards. These systems and standards they create keep them disciplined and focused on the goal they actually want to achieve. I'm currently pregnant with a 14-month-old child, and I'm not a morning person, but I know once my child wakes up and all throughout that day, I might not be able to achieve anything. So I just started waking up on time. By 4 a.m., by 3 a.m., by 5 a.m. I set alarms for those times. This helps me get ready, batch create content, do whatever I want to do before my child wakes up and I get ready for the day. Keeping promises that I make to myself is one of the things that I actually want to pull off this year. Because to be fair, like I said, I procrastinate and I'm very lazy. So when I make promises to myself and something comes up, I just end up not doing that. But like I said, I've created systems, I've created standards for myself to keep myself disciplined and actually do exactly what I want to do. This year, I'm protecting my mind because you are what you consume. I set up screen time limits on my phone, which I have never done before. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook all have a time limit. And when that time goes off, I just switch my phone off and try to be productive for the rest of the day. Instead of doom scrolling on social media, I've started reading more books. I'm currently reading The Richest Man in Babylon, which my friend recommended to me. I'm never the girl to read such books. I always love to read fiction, love romance fiction especially. But recently, like I said, setting that screen time, I've just found myself reading more books, which has actually helped me a lot. And I have a lot of more books to go on after I've read this. And the one I want to start doing is journaling. I'm not the person that actually writes on paper. I just love to scribble on my iPad. But that's still journaling in a way, but I want to start writing them out on paper. I'm saying I want to start, that's still talking, but like I said, I scribble on my iPad, but I want to actually get a good journal book and start writing because I think that will actually help my mind a lot. Because to be fair, I can't become the woman I want to be if I feed off negativity and over consuming social media. This year, I promised myself to elevate my environment, no matter how small. I'm this type of person that hoards a lot. I would keep empty containers right in front of me so I'll be seeing what I actually owned. But this time around, I've been decluttering, selling off clothes on Vinted, clothes that I no longer need, clothes that no longer serve me, not even just clothes, everything that no longer serves me, taking off containers that are no longer in use. That gives me a good environment to actually breathe. Recently, I've just been romanticizing the small routines I have with my child. When she wakes up, I just go there, give her a hug, and we just spend a little cozy 1 or 2 minutes just cuddling each other. That makes her feel good and it makes me feel blessed to actually have her. On the days I'm not in a hurry, I just take my time with her, take my time with myself and just get ready. I always look like a slave even in my own house. Recently, I've just started saying at least wear makeup. I have a lot of makeup products. At least wear makeup. Let your hair be nice. If I don't want to talk too much about that because I know keeping that promise has a little come up, but I'm trying to. I've just been recently for the past 2 weeks, to be fair, I've been wearing makeup every day because, like I said, I wake up early to create content and that actually sets me off for the day and sets the mood for the day for me.
Adding to what I said earlier about having makeup on every day, there are days you wake up and don't feel like doing your makeup. Like today, I was hurrying to go to work and I didn't have the time to do my makeup, but then I had the chance to do my hair, which is basically like the main thing. I had my hair done, had my lip combo on, which is no longer on now because I've been out all morning. But yeah, that is what I want to say. Make sure you are well put together even though you don't have makeup on.
Recently, I've just become emotionally mature. I do not react to everything again. I'll take for instance my child. Most times she does a lot of things that before now I'm going to scream. But this time around, I just look at her and just keep my cool. Do whatever you want to do, girl. You're not getting any reaction from me. And that leads me to say, I always think before I speak. That has been me for a very long time. If you know me, I'm not the person that talks too much. Most times I just recollect what I want to say to you before I actually say that thing to you. And this has taught me to be slow to anger, because if I say and we start exchanging words, that will flare up my anger, which I actually don't need. Now, setting boundaries is one thing I want to start doing. Not I want to start doing, I've already started doing that, because I feel like before now I had no boundaries, but this time around I'm keeping my peace. You know, what I don't want to share with you, I will not share with you. I don't talk too much. I don't overshare, which is actually helping me emotionally. This year, I'm investing in myself, which is actually reading self-development books. Reading has helped me a lot. The past month, I've been reading and it has actually helped me heal emotionally, mentally. And alongside reading, I'm also taking courses to perfect my degree certification. Because if you don't know, I have a master's degree in public health and I'm taking courses to actually boost my qualification. The last but not the least, I'm taking the long road of discomfort and growth rather than a short-term comfort. Waking up earlier than I would usually do, because I'm not a morning person, but I'm taking that discomfort because I want to be consistent. I want to be a better version of myself. I'm doing the hard things and taking the narrow road, but I'm not saying having shortcuts is not good. If you see shortcut that is good for you, that is good for your soul, please take it by all means. But I'm not quitting when the motivation drops, because I want to be disciplined. I want to discipline myself to actually do it even when it hurts. There are days I don't feel like showing up. There are days I don't feel like filming. But I always remind myself, the woman you want to be would do it anyway, regardless. Becoming a high-valued woman is not comparing yourself to other people. It's actually competing with the old version of yourself. And this year, we are building systems, we are building standards as opposed to the old version of ourselves. If you're in your own journey of becoming that girl, leave a comment on one thing you're doing to better yourself. And that is the end of today's video. Please subscribe to your girl. I'm happy you're here and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.